Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. Today I want to pour the daisy belly flower. The technique, it won't be a flower in this mold, but I just thought I'd try this technique in this large Trinket Tray Mold from MoldsandShapes. This mold is 15 by 30 centimeters. So I'm starting with my first color. The first color is the elderberry. It's a beautiful purple tone, and these colors are from Etter Art. The resin I'm using is the Ultracast Resin. Actually, this pour, of course, the daisy flower technique is from resincourses.com. I will link them into my description box. But the idea of pouring this technique into a Trinket Tray mold is from Amanda. Hi Amanda, from Crafting Kindness. I hope I said her channel correctly. So Amanda, if I didn't, please correct me. But I think it's Crafting Kindness. Sometimes difficult for German to speak. But she did a frog-inspired tray, and it was so wonderful. And I thought I just tried to pour this technique as well into the large Trinket Tray mold because I really love those Trinket Tray molds. So my first color is placed. It's the elderberry, like I said, resin ink. And my second color is a mixture of the pigment drops, and these are also from Etter Art, and I made a mixture with the berry and the blue. So I had a darker purple tone, and this I'm pouring on top of my elderberry. Just make sure that I use all what's in my cup. And you see this Trinket Tray mold is huge. And I was already worried because I didn't pour the edges first. But I love, the resin. I love that the resin is just floating and doing whatever it needs to do. That's why I didn't pour firstly into the rim. So, we will wait and see what I've done there. So I hope of course, for the best. So my next color is the Interference Rose. It's a mica, pearlescent mica from Etter Art as well. I mixed it into my cup here. Please always mix it very carefully, very good, so that you don't have anything left on the other side from the mica. This I'm pouring also on top of my darker violet or darker purple. And then I just take what's still in my cup. I'm telling this about the mixing because you will see at the end result that I have just tiny spots, and I was a little bit annoyed, but on the other hand, it's all handmade and these things belong to it. So actually I should not be too angry with myself. So, and now I'm just taking my white, and the white is just the pigment drops from Etter Art. I also added it into the resin, and then I'm pouring this, of course, on top of my Interference Rose. And I don't know if you saw it before with the other colors. I also try to follow a little bit the pattern or the shape of the mold, so that everything is spreading evenly into this mold, and you see it's moving to the right and left. I'm really curious if I get a decent result. Let's talk about this, a decent result, because if you pour this in a deeper mold and in a smaller mold, of course the result is completely different. So it's always a challenge also to calculate your ratios. And by the way, while I'm talking about ratios, this mold can hold 450 grams of resin. So it's really a lot. And now I'm just pouring the clear on top of my white, and I'm also going in those motions to the left and to the right. I hope I also catch the center so that I'm really in the middle of the mold and that right and left are evenly. So I'm doing this so long till my mold is full. And then I can start also looking for what I will put into the center. And I can already tell you a little bit while I'm still pouring some of the clear. I will be using white glass stones. I'm using those, druzy. It's a sort of mica. And I need to check because I have the mold now in front of me. I used some purple glass stones and also some flakes, some iridescent flakes. So this is a whole mixture. I didn't want to make it too dominant because I want the focus more on the pattern. But you will see it in a second and in the time lapse that I'm just putting my center in. There you go. And here's also a little time lapse where you can see how the resin is moving. And I was really happy that it almost closed because it's a huge mold. And yeah, you never know if the ratios are right. And this is something I really try to figure out. But at the moment, it's looking very good. So this is actually 1.5 days later. I let it rest because this mold is huge and it can still bend. But you see, it's almost closed in the center. So now I'm very curious for the demolding. And yeah, you see, it's huge. And yeah, look at that. I really love how the patterns seem to start to come from the middle to the outside. And this piece has a lot of depth, and I love the rim. Even though I was critical with the rim, I really love the rim when it's like this crackly effect at the rim. Well, and with the end result, and this is really also the correct color, maybe a little bit too bluish. It's a little bit more purple in real. But with this I Love and Leave You, I'm looking forward to see and to read what you are thinking of this pour. And we see each other for my next video. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.